Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can
Can you
hear
see me?
you. I can see you. Is that in Texas that I'm getting you from right now?
I am in Texas, live from Round Rock, Texas. Yep.
Round Rock, Texas. The last time I had the pleasure of interviewing you, you were also there to talk about Kalahari. Not many people love the same concept or product that much that they're still working with them a year and a half later. So I know it's for real now.
Yes. No, I listen. Since last year seeing it, my son loves water activities, anything that has to do with water. So our use of our pool has gone up tenfold since quarantine. And so originally they were like, hey, we're building another one and it's even bigger than this one. And we would love for you guys to come. I said, sign me up. I would love to do that. And then all of this happened and I was like, okay, this is the first time I'm traveling since lockdown happened. So I said, I know you guys want to come, but I'll bring you back, I promise. But let me just go do this real quick and then I'll be home. So I just wanted to, take that precaution of it just being me flying down here.
Sure. Lifelong fan of water parks, are you?
Yes, yes. I grew up in Arizona. So the only relief from the Arizona desert heat were the water parks in Arizona. And literally a mile from my house, I grew up. It since has a different name, but it was called Water World when I was growing up. And we were there multiple times a week during the summer growing up in Arizona. So I definitely have a love of water parks.
Well, on the Kalahari end, do you have a favorite attraction or slide there?
Ooh, so I went to, I think it's called the Cheetah, and it's like a racing slide. That was the one I got to experience yesterday, which was super awesome because the grand opening is today.
Mhm.
But I got to experience it last night, and I actually went a lot faster than I thought I was going to go, but I really, really enjoyed it. And then also, it wasn't open, but I got to see it. There's like a little speakeasy piano bar here, and I
Sure.
can't wait to come back to either just go in and experience whoever's playing or to be on the other end and perform in there. So it's so cool. There's something for everyone here.
Yeah, when you say something for everyone, I saw some photos of you at the park, and you did have what I presume is an adult beverage on hand.
Yes, yes, I did. I had an adult beverage. It was really, really delicious, although I could not finish all of it. It was so big. But there is really something for everyone. So you have the water park. There's a little bar in the middle of the water park for the parents that are there. There's also a 21 and up grotto type area if you don't want to be in the actual water park. And behind me, this beautiful view right here is just the hotel pool. Like if you don't want to go to the water park, you just want to go to a regular pool, it's right there. There's 20 different food options. There's a beautiful spa. There's literally something for everyone. There's a whole bunch of beautifully African inspired art made by and from Africa and African artists. And there's also just also like an art space and an outdoor amphitheater to look at art and also experience music. There's so much here. There's 1.5 million square feet of space, and they have opened up at half capacity, so there's plenty of space for you to enjoy everything here safely. And they're also following all local and state guidelines that have to do with masks, social distancing, cleanliness, and sanitation. And everybody has been so kind. So obviously people have to do what they feel is right for them and their families. So if you want to go somewhere and you want to get out of those four walls of your home for a little bit, you can come here. If you're a little hesitant, it'll be here when you're ready. And you can go to kalahariresorts.com for more information or to book your stay, because I cannot wait to bring my family back.
You're such a professional. You just answered probably my next four questions. So I'm going to shift it over to you. You put out a new EP this past summer. Did you entirely record it at home?
I didn't actually. I had finished the EP in February before everything happened, like right before there were all the whispers of like, hey, we're headed towards a lockdown. And so once all of it happened, I had to finish, like put some final touches on it. And so I recorded at one of the producers. He had a studio at his house.
Mhm.
I hadn't received my microphone yet for the one at my house because we were supposed to go to Guitar Center the week that lockdown happened and everything shut down. So I wasn't able to get it. So I went to my producer friend's studio and I finished everything up there, but then it got pushed back. It was originally supposed to come out in March. Then we aimed for May. And then it was like, okay, whatever happens. We'll figure out the right time. And then it happened to be August. But I will say, my Christmas album that comes out on November 27th was all done at my home studio and two other studios, but they had, they were following all the guidelines for everything, sanitizing, everything like that. But it was very interesting because my studio at home is in the garage and my son is usually in the garage with us, and the garage leads to outside. So we have like this indoor outdoor kind of pseudo space, and recording with him has been really fun and cute because I'll be fine for a second, and then he just gets up out of his chair, and then he comes over and he knocks on the window of the studio door. He's like, Mommy, I want to come in there. And I'm like, no, baby, I can't, but I love you. And I'm like, okay, let's do that take again. And then he goes and sits back down. So we've all kind of come up with we have a dynamic that works. So it might take a little longer to record a song, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's wonderful to hear. And this is intended to be a huge compliment to you. Without naming names, you made it out of the machine and became your own artist. And of course, you are award nominated from a lot of different sources. But when was it that you were able to actually take control of your destiny as an artist?
I would say, let me think. So I put out my third album with Louder Than Life, which was a small label underneath the Sony umbrella. Right. And we had a great time. I really loved that album. I think that was the start of me really starting to take control of like the sounds I wanted and how I wanted it to hear, how I wanted to hear it and things like that. But then by the grace of God, to be honest with you, and I haven't really shared this story just because nobody's really asked, but there were 2 contracts that were keeping me from that I could have been in. So one, on one hand, they went bankrupt, so there was no more anything. So I got out of it that way. And on the other hand, the other contract that I was in, they missed the deadline to re-up. So I was like, I'm not going to tell them. So it's been amazing ever since that moment. I think that was in 2016, like a little bit into 2016, was when I like saw all of that. And then I realized, oh my gosh, like,
you're free.
I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, however I want to do it. Now, obviously it is a little bit more difficult to, kind of make it go everywhere. Right. Because the label has all the teams, they have the radio, they've got they got all those things. But I still wouldn't trade where I am now to be in the situation I was in before. Maybe there'd be a new situation in the future. I can't really say, and nobody knows the future, but the situation I was in before, I wouldn't trade how I get to do things now for that, even for all of that stuff, but it's been great.
That. You've always been on point with being super positive and accomplished. And 2 quick questions, being respectful of your time here, because I know this is a busy person right here. Best TV discovery during lockdown.
Best TV discovery, you said?
Yes. Is there a show? And if there's not a show, say pass.
No. So the show that I love that we're actually rewatching again, we binged it at the beginning of quarantine, Vikings on History Channel. It is so well done. It is so good. It's pretty gory, so I wouldn't recommend watching it with kids. Right. But the storyline is great. They should have awards they probably do have awards for like makeup and costume design and set design, because it is incredible. And so we're watching that again because now the series finale, like the second half of the season, is coming this month, I think. So we're trying to catch up. So that one, and also what were we watching? Gosh, we've watched so much. I've continually watched The Office. We pretty much watch that almost every single day at some point. So we still continue to watch that too. So we've got a balance. We've got the gore and the craziness, and then we've got the lighthearted, dry humor.
Awesome. And best place to follow you online?
Best place to follow me online is on all of my socials, which are at Jordin Sparks. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I think TikTok is official Jordin Sparks because somebody stole my name. So what you gonna do?
Oh, well, thank you to you. Thank you to Team Kalahari, and just keep up the greatness. Looking forward to seeing you live in New York when things get normal again.
Yes, thank you so much. You have a great holiday season and be safe.
Thanks, Jordin. Take care now.
Thanks. Bye.
Paltrocast.